Hello, everyone. Today, we're exploring a place rarely covered in history textbooks, the heart of Eurasia, Central Asia, a land where empires clashed for centuries and people survived against nature, wars, and the ambitions of the powerful. This is the forgotten land between empires and the future, where past and future intertwine in a remarkable story of struggle, survival, and hope. Central Asia is a large, landlocked region comparable in size to the European Union. The region includes the countries of Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, Turkmenistan, Tajikistan, and Kyrgyzstan. Its geographical location, far from any sea, has historically restricted its access to maritime trade. This isolation has also limited the flow of technological advancements into the region. The geography features harsh climates with extreme temperature variations. Summers are scorching, while winters are freezing. These conditions result in low population densities across the region. Agriculture and infrastructure development face significant challenges due to the climate. Political power in Central Asia is often centralized within a small group of individuals. These individuals or entities exert significant control over key aspects of the state. This control extends to the management and regulation of national borders. This centralized power also encompasses major industries within the country. Additionally, control is maintained over critical communication routes and infrastructure. This concentration of power can significantly impact economic development and regional cooperation efforts. Central Asia is experiencing notable population growth. This growth leads to the expansion of cities within the region. Infrastructure development struggles to keep pace with the increasing population. These demographic shifts are transforming the region. Central Asia is evolving from a relatively overlooked periphery. It is becoming a strategically significant area due to its changing demographics. Central Asia has historically been the birthplace of significant empires. Despite its imperial past, the region has experienced prolonged periods of division. Central Asia has also been dependent on external powers for centuries. To understand this history, it's crucial to examine the Fergana Valley. The Fergana Valley represents the most fertile and strategically important core of the region. Its geographical and agricultural significance has shaped Central Asia's historical trajectory. The Fergana Valley is characterized by its high population density. It also contains a complex network of international borders. This network includes various enclaves belonging to different nations. Disputed territories further complicate the region's geopolitical landscape. The combination of these factors leads to increased tensions. These tensions often result in unresolved conflicts within the valley. Border complexities often originate from decisions made during the Soviet and pre-Soviet periods. During these eras, borders were frequently delineated based on administrative convenience. Political visions, rather than local realities, heavily influenced border creation. Maps were drawn without sufficient consideration for existing ethnic distributions. Geographical coherence was also often disregarded when establishing these borders. In the early USSR, the formation of republics disregarded existing ethnic distributions. The boundaries of these republics were often drawn artificially. This artificial design led to significant ethnic frictions. These frictions were a result of mixing different ethnic groups within single republics. The arbitrary borders also created disputes over resources, such as water. These issues became a latent source of conflict within the USSR. Artificial borders have long-lasting consequences that persist for decades. These consequences often manifest as ethnic frictions within the affected regions. Water disputes also arise as a result of arbitrarily drawn boundaries. Local clashes can escalate into larger conflicts due to these underlying tensions. Water plays a crucial role in shaping Central Asia, transcending political considerations. The region's historical narrative is closely linked to water management practices. Cotton cultivation, in particular, has significantly influenced water resource utilization. Understanding water dynamics is essential for comprehending Central Asia's development and challenges. The Russian Empire brought modernization to the region during the 19th and 20th centuries. This included the introduction of infrastructure like railways. New technologies such as printing presses were also implemented. Financial institutions like banks began to operate in the region. The most transformative change was the cultivation of cotton. Cotton cultivation significantly impacted the region's economy and society. Cotton cultivation requires significant water resources. The high water demand led to extensive irrigation projects. Examples include the construction of large-scale canals. The Karakum Canal and Amu-Bukhara Canal are notable examples in Turkmenistan and Uzbekistan. The Aral Sea disaster was caused by the diversion of river water for agriculture. The Amu Darya and Sir Darya rivers were the primary sources of water for the Aral Sea. These rivers were heavily drained to irrigate cotton fields in the surrounding areas. The excessive water diversion led to a significant reduction in the Aral Sea's water volume. This resulted in the desiccation, or drying up, of the Aral Sea over time. The shrinking of the Aral Sea has had severe environmental and socio-economic consequences for the region. The Aral Sea experienced significant reduction in size, particularly from the mid-1980 seconds. By the mid-1980 seconds, the Aral Sea had divided into northern and southern parts. The southern part of the Aral Sea experienced rapid shrinkage. Approximately 90% of the Aral Sea's original surface area has disappeared. The Aral Sea shrinkage represents a major environmental disaster. The Aralkum Desert is a new desert formed by the receding Aral Sea. The desert floor is composed of exposed seabed. The Aralkum is composed of salt and pesticides. Dust storms carry pollutants across vast distances. The Aralkum Desert has led to a significant rise in various health issues among the local population. Lung disease rates have soared due to the environmental conditions created by the desert. Instances of anemia and cancer have also increased substantially in the affected areas. These health impacts collectively pose a serious threat to public health in the region. The disappearance of the Aral Sea has significantly impacted the regional climate. One notable effect is the alteration of temperature patterns. Winters in the region have become noticeably colder. Conversely, summers are now characterized by hotter temperatures. These temperature shifts have led to a reduction in the length of the growing season. This shortening of the growing season poses challenges for local agriculture and ecosystems. The Aral Dam was constructed in Kazakhstan in 2005. The dam aimed to revive the northern part of the Aral Sea. The restoration led to the return of fish populations in the area. Small fishing towns experienced a rebirth due to the dam's positive impact. The Aral Sea has experienced some partial recovery. However, the sea will not fully recover its original state. Ongoing water withdrawals are a primary factor limiting full restoration. A new challenge is presented by the Kosh-Tepe Canal project in Afghanistan. This canal poses a threat to the Aral Sea's water supply. Continued monitoring and management are crucial for the Aral Sea's future. The Kosh-Tepe Canal is located in Afghanistan. The canal has the potential to redirect the flow of the Amu Darya River. This diversion could extend the river's flow further south. Downstream regions heavily rely on the Amu Darya for their water supply. The canal project may pose a significant threat to these downstream regions. The reduced water flow could lead to potential disasters for dependent communities. The Semipalatinsk test site in Kazakhstan was a primary location for nuclear weapons testing. Between 1949 and 1989, the site hosted 468 nuclear explosions. A significant portion of these tests, 116, were conducted in the atmosphere. These atmospheric tests resulted in widespread radiation exposure for nearby communities. Gulag camps were established during the Soviet era. These camps were particularly prevalent in northern Kazakhstan. Hundreds of thousands of people were forced to work in these camps. The labor conditions in the Gulag camps were extremely harsh. The Gulag system represents a dark chapter in Soviet history. These camps served as sites of forced labor and political repression. The Soviet Union implemented policies that significantly altered the demographic landscape of Central Asia. A key element of this reshaping involved the deportation of various ethnic groups to Central Asia. Deported groups included Germans, Poles, Crimean Tatars, Koreans, and Chechens, among others. Simultaneously, Slavic settlers were encouraged to migrate to Central Asia. These settlers were tasked with developing previously uncultivated lands, further changing the region's demographics. Historical processes have resulted in complex ethnic distributions across various regions. In several republics, the titular ethnic group constitutes less than half of the total population. This demographic diversity has created a unique ethnic mosaic in these areas. This mosaic significantly influences contemporary politics and identity within those republics. Central Asia is positioned at a crucial intersection of geopolitical interests. The region lies at the crossroads of China, Russia, Iran, and Europe. Central Asia possesses significant reserves of key natural resources. These resources include oil, gas, uranium, and rare earth elements. China's Belt and Road Initiative is transforming the region into a land bridge. This initiative involves the construction of extensive infrastructure networks. These networks include highways designed for efficient transportation. Railways and data routes are also key components, spanning diverse terrains. Uzbekistan aims to transform its economy to resemble that of Dubai. This ambition involves significant investment in technology hubs. Investment is also channeled into developing advanced logistics centers. These efforts are designed to attract foreign investment and stimulate economic growth. Kazakhstan is currently engaged in a debate regarding the potential construction of its first nuclear power plant. This debate highlights the country's ambition to enhance its energy security. The proposed nuclear plant symbolizes a move towards greater energy independence. However, the project also raises concerns about potential environmental risks. The debate reflects a balance between the need for reliable energy and the desire for environmental protection. Ultimately, Kazakhstan must weigh the benefits and risks associated with nuclear energy. Reliance on foreign investment introduces several potential risks. One significant risk is the accumulation of debt. Foreign investment can also lead to external pressure on the recipient region. This pressure may influence policy decisions and economic strategies. Another risk involves the potential loss of control over key assets. These risks collectively threaten the sovereignty and autonomy of the region. Water diplomacy is a critical and sensitive issue in regions sharing water resources. Effective management of shared rivers depends on international cooperation. Historical tensions can undermine collaborative efforts. Political factors and national pride often impede water resource agreements. Dam failures or excessive water diversion from canals can negatively impact downstream communities. These actions can disrupt water flow, leading to shortages or ecological damage for those downstream. The vulnerability of downstream neighbors underscores the importance of responsible water resource management. Sustainable water strategies are essential to mitigate risks and ensure equitable water distribution. Climate change is intensifying existing historical challenges. Rising global temperatures are a key driver of these accelerating issues. Changes in precipitation patterns further compound the problems. These factors exacerbate water scarcity issues in vulnerable regions. In 2021, the region experienced severe drought conditions. These droughts resulted in significant losses of livestock. Pastures withered due to the lack of rainfall. Agricultural communities were significantly impacted. The droughts caused widespread damage to the region's agricultural sector. Many rivers that supply water to plains are fed by melting glaciers. These glaciers are experiencing rapid shrinkage. Global warming is the primary cause of this glacial melt. The accelerated melting threatens the reliability of water supplies. Reduced glacier mass can lead to water scarcity in dependent regions. Current climate trends suggest parts of Central Asia may become uninhabitable. This transition to uninhabitability could occur within the coming decades. The primary cause is the increasing severity of environmental conditions. Uninhabitable conditions will likely trigger climate migration. Resulting mass displacement will pose significant humanitarian and geopolitical challenges. Climate migration involves the movement of people due to environmental degradation. Resource scarcity is a significant driver of climate migration. Entire communities may be displaced by climate change impacts. These communities seek refuge from uninhabitable conditions. The Aral Dam project exemplifies successful ecological restoration efforts. Such projects offer a positive outlook on reversing the effects of environmental disasters. The dam's restoration highlights the potential for mitigating environmental damage. This success provides hope for future ecological recovery initiatives. Tree planting programs are being implemented to address environmental challenges. Saxol forests are specifically used in these programs. These forests help stabilize the salty dust found in former seabeds. Stabilization of dust reduces the occurrence of dust storms. Reducing dust storms leads to improved air quality in the region. Therefore, Saxol forest tree planting programs contribute to ecological restoration. The International Fund for Saving the Aral Sea, IFAS, is an interstate organization. IFAS unites 5 states in a collaborative effort. The primary goal of IFAS is to promote regional cooperation. This cooperation is specifically focused on environmental protection. IFAS aims to address the ecological challenges facing the Aral Sea region. The organization coordinates efforts to mitigate environmental degradation. Moynak, formerly a bustling port, has transformed into a desert village. Despite environmental changes, Moynak is experiencing a revival. This resurgence is marked by the establishment of small cafes and museums. Tourism routes are being developed, symbolizing resilience and adaptation in the face of adversity. Even in situations resembling shipwrecks on sand, hope can provide a strong foundation. This hope acts as an anchor, symbolizing stability during times of upheaval. Communities possess the ability to adapt to environmental changes, even profound ones. Adaptation enables communities to adjust their practices and lifestyles. Rebuilding is possible, demonstrating the resilience and enduring spirit of communities facing adversity. Central Asia is more than just a geographical region. It represents a convergence point for various empires throughout history. The region's identity has been shaped by diverse cultural elements. Central Asia demonstrates remarkable endurance in the face of change. Both historical forces and natural processes have influenced its development. This combination of factors has created a unique and complex regional identity. The region's history is marked by significant events, including nuclear fire. These events have led to profound environmental changes, such as the vanishing of seas. The area has experienced considerable human suffering as a result of these historical occurrences. Despite the tragedies, the region has also demonstrated resilience and undergone periods of rebirth. This combination of destruction and renewal contributes to a complex historical narrative. The history is often tragic, reflecting the severe impact of the events that have shaped the region. Central Asia is currently at a critical juncture regarding climate change. The region faces significant climate-related challenges that threaten its stability and development. However, this turning point also presents new opportunities for sustainable growth. The decisions made now will determine whether Central Asia succumbs to climate peril, or whether it embraces a path of resilience and innovation. The future development path of Central Asia hinges on addressing these climate challenges effectively. Regional dynamics involve a complex interplay of rivalry and cooperation among different entities. Balancing these competing forces is crucial for sustainable resource management. Effective management of resources contributes to the overall well-being of the region. Fostering regional stability is a key objective in navigating these dynamics. Achieving stability requires strategic cooperation to mitigate potential conflicts. Central Asia's potential as a 21st century center hinges on resource management. Sharing rivers among nations is crucial for regional stability and cooperation. Sustainable farming practices are essential for long-term ecological and economic health. Balancing power dynamics is necessary to foster a stable and prosperous environment. Past approaches to water management, such as nuclear tests and giant canals, are now considered outdated. Current challenges in water and survival demand new, innovative solutions. The focus has shifted towards more sustainable and efficient water management strategies. These new strategies aim to address contemporary water scarcity and distribution issues. Innovation is key to ensuring water security for future generations. The new frontiers require a re-evaluation of traditional methods in favor of advanced technologies and policies. The people of Central Asia are active agents in their region's evolution. They are not mere demographic data, but individuals shaping their land's destiny. Their resilience enables them to adapt to changing circumstances. Through their actions, they contribute to the ongoing narrative and future of Central Asia. The scene presents a juxtaposition of elements: endless steppe, rusting ships, and snow-capped peaks. Rusting ships lying on sand symbolize a past era and potentially environmental change. Snow peaks feeding rivers represent a source of life and a continuous future. The drone shot captures the contrast between the past, ships, and the future, snow peaks, highlighting the passage of time. Central Asia's destiny is increasingly shaped by its local inhabitants. The future of the region will be defined by the actions and decisions of its people. External empires will have less influence on the region's trajectory. The endurance and resilience of the local population are key factors. Central Asians themselves are becoming the primary architects of their future. Thank you for watching. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Tell us in the comments what surprised you the most in this video, or what you found the most fascinating. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Many more thrilling, shocking, and mind-blowing stories are coming soon.